It was a film Makwaba Edeba on your TV so a brasso say GPL Fie Eresomo Shannon so depende chemi matches I would do a course so I want the Ghana Premier League gedemo gedemo enkomo basaso na wotwe ayekwaku wremi da pain games I would do a bit my basono yebetim ahwe na yedi enkomo. Don't forget the big game because so the Accra Sports Stadium week 7 Ghana Premier League match week 7 Saso on Friday there are crucial games so Pando Sports Stadium Pando Heart of Lions after say in midweek omukodincho the PBN Go Stars omutenafie na wamo ene Basaka Holy Stars abo say energy no ebetimi akwakowie. There are other interesting games yebedimo enkomo. So from now till 10 p.m. I be sorry for the so your headquarters for Bibia Ghana Premier League and ubehono midi Eddie Solomon amanka the Superman and then you mine a legend and an ambassador then yedi ejumano. Of course Mohammed Shaban a regular pundit was show we so ebano a stats ebano conversation around the Ghana Premier League, content around the GPL. Mohammed Shaban any krano wodi nyina ensomiye. Then of course mana ebano nurturing of talent from high school to proper club football. Onakseno a former player nti bono nimbo na onim coach J Sapon nemum onyanteteni bi wa China into ko China ne dane ne dino no J Sa and then you re no edin ko Shapiro akwaba so nkofo nim say wo Chinese name o David pagana de sadini to me and the China din o pe oh David between J Sa and Shapiro ni dey na o pe oh David Shapiro na me pan to me sa because Shapiro no go be fi buy no na we it is a national anthem
of course
yen yan sa
to pe Shapiro no more
ye sapo ka ho na ke say ada say me nam Korea
mo akwaba
solo biabo ko and then biabo ko and then na matiko Shapiro din foforo me na nante aso
na we say no o South Korean ni Chinese name okay 2022 na say din here we mo to no during the 2022 World Cup in Qatar penino wa haiduma na obono na enye easy sir okay but don't forget Sir Jumedi streaming live on Facebook Ghana Premier League live on Facebook oko Facebook ka search Ghana Premier League obehu Jumedi no ho follow for messages no to ase e ba cho e be kan ni nyina ma saso e na Onia TV on Facebook Onia TV on Facebook and so kwa obetime follow show no for messages no comment awodo to ase e be jebre na yetime e the amount week 6 of the Ghana Premier League depende etwemi na yeyi every honom shall say enra one outstanding game yetimi clear every honom na results no say na emu ewem no yekohwe ekwan a teams ne bi efa so di nkwenim na omo di ntwo no so ekwan omo fa so edi ntwo.
Match day 5, Kelvin, has been a total of 6 players from Mijema and Samatex who have picked up the most valuable player or the best player of the match award. Oh, that's a goal! And that's it! Oh! How about that? Still trying to go moment forward. Manche's ball into the box. If we headed down this time, it's going to be an opportunity. Goalkeeper spills in. The goal comes in. Wow! It is Mijema. Once again, it's Nkrumah here trying to make up for the mistake he made. Nkrumah wiggling his way through. Nkrumah! Oh, what a save! Wow!
To take the corner for Azabok. And Paku swings one in. Oforenchi nearly conceding. And that's the opening goal. Hamza Issa. Corner taken. Mensah's header. And Azabok have the second goal. Mauli Wayo doubles the Phobians lead.
in slowly and made sure the Sanu wasn't going to have the perfect hit he wanted.
Attackman draws the ball down. Here comes Omar Kote.
They get back to the top 4.
Eduku here. Eduku! Wow! What an introduction! And this time it's going to be Obin Jr. Obin Jr. Pulls one back there for Heart of Lions. The slow motion, and so he makes it 3-1. Atakumi, 3 goals.
Right, and week 6 of the Ghana Premier League see, and yeah, it's make away results. Shannon so say Mediama Sporting Club wabo any FC Samates ebo 1-1 Saso era Dreams FC woman so Eshe Nations FC by 2-0 Swedro All Blacks Etnithia 2 Basake Holy Stars Entimianti Bechem United Etnithia 2 Vision FC woman so Entimianti Hoho United wamo Etnithia Emma Ediana Stars ebe shome Kamienua Entimianti. That game there was a screamer from Emmanuel Mafo. Heart of Folk etwa Brekum Chelsea ekoshome Kamienua wamonso entimi ante. Then of course Bibiani Go Stars wamoshe Heart of Lions Ekamienua wamonso Kamiensa emamutimo bako. Then of course 11 Wonders wamonso ene Karela United ebo goalless draw. But earlier ene Shannon said Bibiani Go Stars one outstanding gamer na Akemuno wamo Brekum Chelsea Eshomo Kabakwa Wamantimiante Samuel Atakumi in the only goal of the game Edema Brekum Chelsea. Now Mami starting Free Mohamed Shaban Hall week 6 excellent result once again. Samuel Bodu, former Heart of Folk coach, 3 consecutive times Watana Brekum and Heart of Folk Ababefa victories. Then again Bibiani Go Stars beating Heart of Lions while end up 5 matches unbeaten run or more ended. Then interesting results.
Yeah, so we spoke about Bibiani Go Stars Heart of Lions. Yeah, can say produced a lot of goals. So I wasn't surprised. The 2-1, the 2-2, and the results we know. Now say indeed Omushia 2 or more goals Bibiani Dance Park. Last season it was 2-1 for Bibiani Go Stars. So obviously I wasn't surprised. But the fact they said now Lions consistent performance and say Omeko unbeaten after match day says, but they failed to make that exploit. And then for Brekum Chelsea a lot of work needs to be done. And last week Kanwa said the statistics with Samuel Boydu they are winless against Heart of Folk and they are even yet to draw a game. And it's been 3-0, 1-0, 2-0. Mauli Wayo scoring back to back against Brekum Chelsea at the Golden City Park, and that is a major problem. I was a coach in rectify. And they Brekum Chelsea will league table or the 16th place with just 4 points, only 2 points separating or no any 11 Wonders. Basake Holy Stars are winless in a year games are now. So a lot of responsibility on Brekum Chelsea. Now for Bibiani Go Stars after in their results, no matter top 4 almost 12 points, only 1 point separates them from the league leader Mediama Sporting Club. Mediana picking up their pieces, their away victory are pure to 12 with 12 points, and Mediana continuously improves Ebano say you winning more matches in the first round of the league until second round. It will be difficult for me to add them to title contenders. So for now, these are the title contenders: Mediama, Heart of Folk, Ediana, Gold Stars, Heart of Lions. Now in a way you can add Samatex, Karela, Asante Kotoko, because Kotoko have 2 more games to play, and with 2 more games Oman 1 point out of Oman 3 points out of the 6 points and here a total of 11 the position of young apostles. The reason a man for young apostles and count is Kotoko outstanding games, Oman 1 winner, Obenya 11 points, and Ebenya 2 points separating them from the top. So interesting league table and
right. Mohamed Shaban and Odia Femino coach. Interestingly, we are coaches. Say we are coach, we coachy, let's say Heart of Folk. Now we move from Heart of Folk, Echo Brekum Chelsea. Now for a matter about 6-7 seasons has in renew
but the last 3 seasons I will be a coach in that team has bad no show, has bad no show. And the pressure mount more as coaches no. How do you feel say results in the bad sir?
Bad sir wonder. Nti men kata wani. Sabi ade ache kwa no we pie kwa usuru. For supporters ne be start say ene mo din chu. Enye very easy say woni ho no na e wini.
Yeah.
Wo ba ye no maybe for about 2-3 matches no we win here.
Yeah.
I said camouflage visa. Na fe de kwese say enko ye ma wa. Identity enko ye ma. Is either say players ne entie wasem. Ana say we coach na e bia won ye friendly na e bia we divide team no enko fe be ho ada bia open wasem uno na nam kwaku kwata do ni breme Jesse ni fa breme bra fie na yi no a we divide the team we say bia on wasem until the D-Day no nko match no e ho na o make sure say o ma o so won nyina da bia me ka say national football teams no yeah won phobia o ma for ho into consistencies
okay
bia manage mo anyway yeah we say bia me a star player team no
yeah
but coach le ampewa 70 no
oh you too
yeah but we zoom and do is me yere me ho yere emmo
of course
so you know e be say ye share e be dey sabe gu eti oh and then so bi question them one also pam coach and pam player.
So some board should be looking at how one players in relate, especially when it comes to out of matches.
Samino Vim no the fee kotoko. Sorry, House of Okuno. I'm say was in high esteem.
Yeah.
But going along no dwindling. It depends on the players you have. So when the players in the buyer it's a different thing.
Of course.
We've been a top players in Super Wa.
A different
another thing. And you know, so we play between the two. Oh, that's now. And now they maybe a solo ball or channel the Bosalabo or Chavina Weabo. You don't have consistent team. But if you say, when we don't show us lose match, to keep on changing answer, Ubenya will read them. No, one answer, one here. But that could be now bottom hole.
Right. I know Coach J. Sapon Shapiro and Yabone and Samrani. Don't forget, there were a lot of things it's me also a year week 6 more. So far, Premier League, you know, running through teams Omunyan Lusu games, some of the interesting statistics after match number 6.
All right, so where a factor actually where unbeaten run na osha omo ye black and white ni kire teams omo lose games teams omo kita omo logo intact teams omo lose games into osha 1 2 3 Heart of Folk Asante Kotoko FC Samatex so we unbeaten in the Premier League but what they caught last season the man here you can say after match day 6 last season now 5 teams are we unbeaten now interestingly 5 teams are not we unbeaten the Kotoko can Samatex can but Heart of Folk no can has lose in match day 1 but it means that so the unbeaten run here assess teams now has an improved side from last season in terms of performance. Now, most home wins are teams need to almost strength your Fie. Now, Mediama Sporting Club, Mediana Gold Stars, we win 3 matches at home. Mediama they were about 4 matches with Fie. We win 3, draw 1, or beating Fie. Mediana but 3 matches with Fie. Now kita 100% record. Gold Stars kita that record. Who has no Kotoko has a just 1 game. Fie Kotoko. And so a lot of our standings to play 2 matches weekend wins back over count now now overshare most penalties awarded we teams to creative penalties and the any Gold Stars after match day 6 of the Ghana Premier League Karela na the man say ni can say Gold Stars one player back and na Samuel Atakumi and again player back now creative penalties ni na your friend Samuel Atakumi and Karela bless again on so ni na one against Hall United that first timer Ocean go for the club Heart of Lions Silver Blacks Vision Bekum Chelsea Dreams FC Samatex and in one out of the 18 Premier League teams no way more teams ometimienya we away wins na away wins no say dey can hwe home wins so until I say hwe away wins how to folk ontimi win wo fie and ontimi win wo fie away oya de o 2 away wins in the Ghana Premier League Kotoko ewo 1 onyana against Brekum Chelsea Heart of Lions Mediamanti out of the 18 teams yenhwe 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 out of the 18 teams only 7 teams after match day 6 now record their away victory. It tells you the strength of Heart of Oaks team no Masudi Dramani team no and Abdul Karim Zito Kumasa Santi Kotoko, and this is a top scorers chart. I have very competitive keenly contest that Elkosu now Oshe players now Yimanoma Diana and Adiba Kwame Pen say out of the 4 goals so I share bicycle kick back and a stunning goal now can or share from the half of Diana against Hoko United were away, and so he's been a key player. It's not a discovery last season or chair in the body league anymore. Richmond Opoku a discovery, Young Apostles. He was with Swatreman, but our Young Apostles, he's been a discovery. He's won the player of the month, and he's been a key player. Someone Atakumi in form, Atakumi 3 of the goals now, but from the sports kick, and then or share from an open play. Courtesy Berima Bauman assist out to Michelle. And someone that took 4 goals. He was a former player of Karela United, but now an improved player. Goals. Safian Osman, the debut Premier League season, Hoko United, Albert Amwawo, 2 goals. This is one key area. Clean sheets. Right. It has impact. And Benjamin Asare Solo on no lead 5 matches, 5 clean sheets, 100% record.
Right. Hello, Mohamed Shaban. Interesting statistics of the Ghana Premier League. Baby, just say GPL Fie live or on your TV into the Facebook na fa o message or questions ade bia o pesa wo de to ase no fa to hono me be hwe na fe ya kan ni nyina e dia ma coach JE Sapon ewa ha, of course Mohamed Shaban and so ewa ha no me di Eddie Solomon amankwa. Don't forget say over the weekend Hoho United LUC at home, coach. We heard the way Hoho FOS started with that promise, especially the opening game against Hearts of Oak. A lot of people know more expect to say Hoho United because could in their next game. Omo could draw against Young Apostle, but against Redrow All Blacks they were winning and winning. Then what left him Diana abeshenu 2-0 and the pressure about Moso.
Sorry about 4. Now go now we share kusie and then canteen you know now to pour no the bafia oh you go for about
so otwene adoa no na dey say
some class 1 for no na wura mu a ukoto yonum akasefo no mu a na otimi kum bi de bafia and e for obofo
okay to person say one for team na no mo no mo bone
oh say one dey obo dey say o ka say o classmate aduana stars no omo team bia one spirit so o do be hu going along no say how United set up one year because they're going to meet akukudam for no of course oh until say o share o tifie na o share na efi se bia o fie de fortress league no boa because has got to be ko Chelsea I say league dey for dia gro oh okay and them say omo win here no a country so be over hobia no be show but a different a ball game. Adriana Stars a former
winners of the Premier League.
Yes, a job and could experience
of course,
but I said to do my friend mama oh time say wake up call say so that me kind o me abofo o ko kokum kusie ne yi okay na say no o mko pe etu a omodu na mfa wura
Forest no bi no ma show. Don't forget Hoho United opening game of the Ghana Premier League. Wamone Hearts of Oak at the Accra Sports Stadium. Wamo pick a point for Honum. Yenrem our week 7 of the Ghana Premier League. Interesting matches and a bit to me akoso na started on Friday. Ewa Pando Heart of Lions. Wamo Etnefi. Omone Basake Holy Stars and etimi ebo 3 p.m. Ewa Pando Sports Stadium. And a sa game no ebetimi abaso so and Saturday Ediana Stars Wamone Dreams FC and ebetimi abo. Then of course on Sunday Heart of Folk Wamone Bibiani Go Stars and so ebo the Accra Sports Stadium. These games in a live ewo Onua TV. Other matches are ever so on Sunday no. Mediama Sporting Club at TNA Stadium. They are yet to lose. So Amone Swedru All Blacks and Ebo Karela United, Ebo Bechem United, Salso and FC Samatas, Omaso at St. Sports Arena, Omane Hohoi United and Ebo Nations FC. Ebo 11 Wonders, Young Apostles, Wamo any Brekum Chelsea, Ebo Wenche Sports Stadium. Vision any Asante Kotoko game no, because Kotoko Ewa the CAF Confederations Cup game ball at 90 sa game no, Enyadia Ebetimi Abaso. No, my main phone here, Heart of Lions, Basake Holy Stars, Basake Enyanya victory on Heart of Lions. Now, interestingly, only one player in that team already share Basake Holy Stars no and they remaining Emmanuel Forisechi. But ahead of the game, head coach Ed Makpando Heart of Lions, coach Bashe Hofeld, Ed Sembi Atuja.
Prepared for so many matches, the matches ahead, and so we take it one by one. And the match has been brought to Friday. So the preparation we did is what we are rehearsing. So we are prepared for this one because we lost our last match. So we have to put in more effort to get the point. We are trying to make sure that at least all the home matches will get points for me. And so when you go away and you get a point or a whole 3 points, you become happy. But now that we have drawn away 2 and lost 1, coming back home, we have to make all effort that we get the 3 points.
We coming back to our home ground. We are doing everything possible to win tomorrow match because we going to away and lose in away. We coming home. We expect great win tomorrow. So we are working towards that tomorrow. We have.
Coach Bashir Hereford, Erafe, Dudley, Eche, and Amo Ekasa and Mo. Basake Holy Stars, 5 matches, not even a single goal, and Omashe. Omobetima could share a goal and possibly get a win against Pando Heart of Lions.
Well, last season, Amuko Pando, Omulusu 3-1, the return leg, Ewo, Ayenzema, game the ending goalless. And so, obviously, Basake share Heart of Lions, Crowder. Both home and away in 2 matches Omishamu could share for the 3rd time in the history of the Ghana Premier League. Now, offer Basake Holy Stars Oka on the last 5 away games now. Okay, can you now boom total games on my away now since on mobile league mo baku 20 o lose 15 on my draws 4 win 1. And that one win against House of Folk in match day 1 of the 2024-2025 season. Omu winning in September 2024. In October, November, December, the entire 2025. Okabomoa, Omu winning any away game, 20 matches. And so, Omu are poor on the road going into this fixture. Now, over Heart of Lions, Omu about the last 7 games, Omu winning 6. I draw 1. The last 6 matches, Omo winning na. Enti o de eno no ya analysis now obviously per the records omo mi share results ayenya. Then again Heart of Lions home form, Basake Holy Stars away form na a clear indication that a bad thing e dey ama Basake. Again, Basake kran share go ye. Onyan share go ye. And a Lions so opponent on the ball Fie bia o share go. And so if Lions score 1 based on Basake Holy Stars statistics no, na just a bad thing e dey ama Basake Holy Stars on beshe. Now, adeba kwa me pese ye hwe we ye Heart of Lions, Basake Holy Stars, and me pese ye take note say Bismarck Enin, the left back of a Heart of Lions, only available for the game due to accumulation of cards. And the opportunity for Abdallah Musa Mukofani fi Akachi All Stars for him to represent, make his debut for the side. Now, offer Basake Holy Stars, attackers nini, shego yo, but Prince Treneboa, Abranti last season, 8 goals more. But this season, Oshe ne records 5 matches our ball, 415 minutes, or yet to hit the net for them. Now, we on fewer Prince Opoku are likely to lead the attack, and then Joseph and so bet me up from the flank. So this is a possible starting attacking side for a team one. They find the Basake, but obviously the entire made the Basake about deep and I made the Lions a push you when it's a Basake best set deep to play more defensive game because obviously Ombe concede it Ombe defending more against opponent. Now we feel Lions team now one change depend possibly Obefi team. So you look at Efsen na wash Eche Dogli. Enti Eche Dogli are obo as a defensive midfielder and this time Oboko deep into the half of Basake Holy Stars. Na Boama Kwanza, he has 2 assists to his credit. And also Ubehune say and also Ewo a team numu. Then Ubehune Freeman. Na Afewehu Kojo Obin Jr. Na Ishmael Adu Ewa. So this is how they are going to line up. Then Ubehune Hennessy Aban playing this way. So this is how Lions are going to play at the Lions Den. Na Afe Baseke Holy Stars ebe city deep. So they will use the pace of Trineboa because ono any player obetumi apeki ball no dia make runs. But adeba kwa e was say Shannon so say because Lions be dominating the hit map ne be wa ha omo be take advantage of the team. Now metumi possess game no a control the entire minutes of the game and the advantage omo dey into the game. So advantage omo benya ni na no ebe what the area of Baseke. But how do they defend? How do they avoid conceding? Now Sadat would have a role to play and Jacob Wazi Ebenya role to play. Opportunity for goalkeeper Prince Asempa to prove that he is one of the best shot stoppers. We are both Bechem United for 3 seasons. We are Karela United. Afe experience naba because Cassie enya red card in their game against Draw Blacks. Finally, yenke how Lions betumi attack, yenke how betumi control game no. Na yenke opportunity against Gold Stars. They were using more of the flanks into wing backs no SRG forward. So Danso is already here. Ubon Sobe joining the attack and they'll be creating a lot of chances. Ubon say they will have a lot of men in the half of Basake Holy Stars. I just don't know how Basake are going to prevent Lions from scoring because a lot of their men will be in the half of Basake Holy Stars. But hopefully maybe or making up picky points, but I don't think it's possible.
With illustrations are why the tactical board, clearly Lions able creating a lot of spaces at the Basake Holy Stars based on the way on be attacking. And on Konkoma and a bit of an issue when they need to defend because Aban and Hennessy speed wise probably you go for Aban. But for Hennessy, only that speed, he's always intelligent. With Francis Otinje, Joseph Hodgson, and of course, Prince Cheneboa, and Prince Opoku. Wouldn't they create problems?
Now, Mamincho the entire and creative problem. And the reason why I did be a cut of Lions are near Abo Abrante Wedi. Now, this is going to be the role of Eche Dogli. Say, Omo attack here, I'll be joining the attack like I did. Omo defend here, Omo be running fast. Ababeka center backs no. Okay. Now Ababeka Obaha no more. He's good with blocks, he's good with tackles, he has the speed, he's a young player, he has the pace. Into usually Ebasa wants Eche afoli back. Again, one of the second best player of Heart of Lions, wing back Danso. And Ube won't say Danso, even after surging forward several times, Ube won't say Obe swing it back. Now Ababe joining. Now Abdallah for the first time, Ube also be play this role. So picking Lions team now, almost surging forward more. Okay. Anytime their wing backs fail to a 4 back usually a costly problem, and it happened against Gold Stars. And anytime I move back and play their best of game, it goes into the advantage. So they are going to set forward and set their kind. After losing the ball, we want 3 players joining the defense. So Eche Dogli obe joining. Okay. Now we Abdallah are joining. Now we Danso are joining. And we want to say game between these 3 players. Naba Akwaji man of the match.
Right, coach. Your mates Bashir Hayford watch Ghana Premier League in the pay Okofa Lions team no like relegation last season they nearly won the league. This time around up at top 4 teams of the league omoka ho and the end of the Lion team no more against Holy Stars no do you feel say or make me win the game no
Ghana ha na ye mu o player o coaches Bashiru you be a okuta vast experience in football from schools level so now started here up to that level or Somaliland or Somalia or no ka get so two na manager na here because say two no and to share o my call ko ye P you know like former friends late Akfrane late Osamdu those class of
college coaches no
where they handle on players and I say for that and I see this guy is one of them Bashir Hayford hitherto Heart of Lions was no team
of course
all of a sudden they have searched so much on the war front say now you see Neymar will lose match I don't know I've not spoken with him but Mr. Spati said either they didn't reach maybe any early maybe they have some problems so normally yes I know could do
no I fatigued
from a year it may affect your game yes I know goal to Satiba Pena normal apostle and going against Basake Basake coach we
another experienced coach
yes but the materials will make you experience
of course
so materials in here experience what I say materials in here we have big hello
of course
and you know na for players
Rashad any the former coach Kazali Moni
that's right Kazali no Kazali no winning match no only few against Heart of Lions I don't give them any dog's chance but history tells me said there was a time Olympics was a team where they surveyed everything now team ever share one not team no point just like Basake
okay
team in a Crown Sports Stadium share 1-0 because team and share goal on my Olympics
team Messi
football
right I know coach Jay Sapon I don't know on Saturday there's a crucial game Dreams in your first victory of the season against Nations FC 2-0 and omunyaye omokoshia Aduana Stars omonso eko hohoi ekose hohoi United and so hodom 3 p.m. and at Jumedie no etimi ebaso ahead of the game no coaches players omo akasa
we still have a lot to correct we still have to prepare the team mentally physically to be ready for the next game it's always about the next game. The next game is Aduana. The team need to be focused and make sure we improve in all aspects, but make sure we go to the one and pick a decent point. We need to make sure that when we go to games, we defend very well, keep a clean sheet. We also need to make sure there is good connectivity between the link between defense and midfield. Defense and attack is also solid. We also have to make sure that when we go to games, we create chances.
Coach Wilfred Dormont, head coach Edema Dreams FC, and then some way to Arrested Kachioba coming up against Wilfred Dormont. Move.
Yeah, so data no and we per se analysis be we per se between these two teams, you know, there ekofa win neighbor between our encounter and yanko back to 2020-21 data we a review a year matches on my ball with Diana home when Anajiman be doing the past 5 seasons and match be a Diana host Yabon with different venue in the Premier League and so Anajiman Bedu the first has hosted all these games and the venue now so able host the game on Saturday. Now statistics nature say Diana share Dreams FC 2-0 our 2020-21 a game we born match day 31 and now 2021-22 game we see born match day 31 and now game ending in a draw the third season also no a Dreams FC ko share Diana ye born match day 34 and now a year Diana share Dreams FC in 2023-24 South fixture we ocean year ye born war first round Ena 2024-25 yes I born the first round and game we quite there you born match day 7 and you born match day 17 now solo share permutations no a chance say Dreams FC ebenya point against Ediana usually you born was second round
yeah
adentia over Ediana in the past 5 seasons second round enye and that is why in 2020-21 they were at a point getting closer to winning the league with Karela and a Haas Ebeji 2021-22 after the first round Ediana were on top of the league table na eye omuntimi anje 2022-23 sa na eba even 2021-22 until match day 10 kotokokoshe Ediana de koda asro in match day 11 na Ediana na that league no so and so Ediana constantly stays top of the league. In the second round it becomes a challenge. Statistics just say you born the first round now say a Dreams FC better point but you born the second round now results in a dicey it me ending a draw it me ko Ediana it me ko Dreams FC na it me akọ Ediana so say you born the first round here advantage ne comma Ediana FC possible winning 2-0 possible winning 2-0 one say yeah but omutumi share 2 ewo fie so possible win if say kwa Ediana 2-0 now ateba kwa yen shenon so ne say Ediana has got the best of attack and the entire American ne say young highlighted players na yen key players for Ediana Mizak Efie one key player is signed from Brekum Chelsea to Ediana. Then the second player to talk about is Yimano Mafu from New Edibiasi United. Last season he was a force to reckon with. This season he is an improved player with Ediana. Na Henson Ponsa, a young player we winning 2 most valuable player awards in matches about 6 matches and we winning 2. So obviously this is a deadly throw going into the fixture against Dreams FC. Now we no see Chenya Bright AJ Kwati bench. Bright AJ at the bench. William Denchin Tori left back or not the bench. Obemwa say Dauda Bensidibe Burkinabe striker or also the bench. Kofi Asante or your winger or also the bench. Charles James Kamara or the league with Gold Stars or the bench. Abdulaziz Nuruddin at the bench. One of their experienced player Sam Adams also at the bench. So an advantage for Ediana in terms of their attack and the players are Mabuboso and maybe strikers and wingers and so it makes it more easier for Ediana. Again, Ediana winning more matches with Fie and this is their approach. Adebakon Ediana going to game one omudi corners about 2 defensive midfielders and the 2 defensive midfielders no Maxwell Atta a former Dreams FC player is also going to be part of a defensive midfielders into Obeseji a back na a Owusu Ansan Ababeshe anymore. He's a former New Edibiasi player. He's been a constant starter for them and so this is how they play. Say Sana Maxwell Atta as 2 DMs now Fiwenya Owusu Ansan as an attacking midfielder and they are going to constantly attack, possess the ball, and Ube say wing back Abubakar Adams, who is playing ahead of William Denchin Tori. Usually, remember Adumaku and remember 2 assists to his credit. 2 assists to his credit as a player of Ediana in 6 matches, and it tells you say he constantly goes to the opponent's 18-yard box, and this is how they are going to play. And Mami Yenshan say Ediana be lose game opponents lose counter attack because they always want to score, especially in the second half. So second half say go by idea nature say problem about say Ediana forward. Now these are the 2 pillars of Ediana, but usually say Maxolata echo, and so with Maxolata he is more good in terms of ball playing. Sana is good in terms of ball blocking. Now Mafu in the last 2 games Washe goes into obviously mentally or you're prepared for a game because he would want to score for them. But then you know how Dreams FC are going to go. Ebenezer Adade is a wing back. Dean Mohammed is a wing back. Yaro Isaac. But when Kabante story in 2023-24, Yaro Isaac a joint top scorer. Was zone a year 1, 2, 3 of the Access Bank division. Okay, Kamboma. Oni Abrante Bakwe and Farouk Mohammed that was signed signing Ama Nations FC. Not Oboho United. Obush 17 goals each. Last season, not joining Dreams FC. Oma converting to centre back. Not a striker. So Oma converting to centre back. And now Ubenya Eye Christian Owusu as another centre back. But constantly, Omu concede away. Why? Omu share opponent constantly. Kuta the strength now for this centre backs to contain them, and that is why a more creative opportunity for opponents. Right. Remember, we'll be doing more of their crosses. Adebako was said Dreams FC Shannon Sonny say crosses nebeko. Ube wants to remember Ebeba Bejina Obetra crosses now to and Marfo Abrante Bakwa. Crosses nearby is good with the head, is good with his feet, a bit more dangerous. But sure, my attack as Suraj Seidu, Apia, NS Apia, and then Nimojin, and then Babolin of Itogo and Awaba. But because they are going to go through a lot of pressure, I want to see how Suraj would manage the game, because big games ni energy or they call into the fixture. The results need determine how the attack of Dreams FC need control game, because in the midfield a game for Indiana, they will take charge of the midfield, take charge of the attack. But say we for Domo building on the counter attacker. Obe won say remember Obe won say Abubakar Adam score. Now also use the two wing backs, and don't forget that Alex Boachi our centre back. Edima Ediana, any Anoche Omu in person almost surge forward. Alex Boachache one goal, assign one assist. He is always in the opponent's 18 yard, especially corner kicks. Corner kicks be almost Alex Boache do. Corner Bia will do. So you can build on the counter attack and then create more chances if possible. Right. With Menya goal. And see, why Mohamed Shaban on Ediana and Afe Dreams, but Yanko one of the featured games are Yade Bro this weekend at Wonia TV. So a crowd of folk at Nadia Cross Stadium now one more and Baby Gold Stars, defending champions of the Ghana Premier League, me at their boy. A big game. I don't know, say coaches no Akasa, coaches in Kasaya, Mo, Mamin starting free a year, J. Sapon. So Masoud Didi Dramani, solid team that we're building. They are yet to lose a game, they are yet to concede a goal. Hard to folk team, no. Ideally, from the coach's perspective, saying a woman. No.
Well, at this point, the America said, "Oh my idea," but like he said, there's more room for improvement. League in Afeni started. Adebakone says, if you keep on winning, a time comes when you lose a match, it breaks down the team. I'm only hoping. I'm saying this because of Heart of Lions, but they are playing at home, and the only problems are normally winning team. We lose match, but we lose twice 3 times. Yeah. And so now what me pick up. But for now, I think Didi is doing very well. We say or draw pick points in the hand. All of a sudden, no, go. It means at the it has started to bear fruits. Yeah. But the real test time, how many goal stars? Yeah. And the best say, baby, I'm not doing so much. Just a fluke or just the real music to be played. And the other goal stars. Yeah. I said, sir, who pump coach? Oh, in the midst of nothing. No, normally it affects the team, of course. But I'm saying goal stars, they have overcome that. Yeah, and so no assistant. Yes. I'm sure he learned from performance. But let's see what happens in the second half, because the Olympics, it happened to me. The same type of a year. It brought down the team straight. I come call relegation. Oh, I had to go back and save them, because and then we climbed the ladder. And for now, no, the real test time for Didi is on Sunday. When I'm very sure supporters will come craving for them because of the win away. Yeah. But it shouldn't go into their heads, because anything can happen. They are meeting a team one, Naniabre, of course. No, but he wants to get back to the sport. It's going to be a very dicey match. Of course. Very difficult match. And the honor referee we are not shutting out. Right. And the Jay Saporo said man of the match a bit my referee because the Juma Bayo will keep and Juma so more stats actually say, because clearly Go Stars so many house of folk ball across Sport Stadium.
ɛyɛ no mutanya good results in recent times.
Yes, in recent times coaches no na results. Last time they analysis about clubs meeting, but it was self factor coach impacts a role I'll play in the team success. And also our meetings are 4 about 4 matches per match biabium and here hard to folk will fear our a Gold Stars airball. Now also 4 matches now. In 2021-22, the first time a Gold Stars make your debut of Premier League, the results ended 1-0, and that game with Samuel Lincoln, and they shared the only goal for Heart of Folk. The following season, Hearts we need 2-1, and the last 2 seasons 1-0. It means that the last 2 seasons Hearts and share even a goal against Gold Stars with the fee, but Gold Stars use 2 coaches. The 3rd coach. Or the Gold Stars after Michael Osei become qualify for league Michael Osei ball the late Michael Osei ball 2 games we and na Frimpong Manson ball 2 games we into Heart of Folk playing against Frimpong Manson as Gold Stars head coach there but Heart of Folk playing against Gold Stars without Frimpong Manson results no positive going into the fixture. And say you better test it statistics we actually it means that you better Heart of Folk Gold Stars or Mushia without Frimpong Manson be a results because they call in favor of Heart of Folk. It means that Frimpong Manson they were the antidote to playing against Heart of Folk. Now yanko munayenhwe adia ebe to me make the difference going into the fixture. And the difference ninje where your teams know Heart of Folk are yet to concede a goal in the Premier League after 6 matches, and idea intense say has about 6 matches on conceded goal here. And per what we saw against Bekum Chelsea, chance no matter what, were players on between abebo, and that is why Heart of Folk started the season with Esibe and Ali Mohammed, and the upon Afanya 3 centre backs, Ali Epra, Afanya Beshao, same results, and then Ubon say Ubon say DM Bakwe same results. Ubon say 1 central midfielder same results, and it's going well for them. Now, Yanshebium Gold Stars in their last 5 away matches are Wabo. Last 5 we were winning 3 and lose 2. The last 2 we lose. We are conceding 5. One Sheba Kumpu and against Vision FC against Kotoko. We are conceding total of 5 goals, and that is a bad record for them. Has at home last 8 matches 4 wins 4 draws. Has at home is difficult. Has last 13 matches in the league home and away or you're unbeaten. And so I'm sure Gold Stars will map a strategy going into this fixture. Now, Heart of Folk, this is how they play. One say Ransford Mensah waha, Machina onu ye left back, Machina babesha. And Befi ewaha, Machina babesha. And that is how they play. But Yefa Befi Mbraha, you show the strength of a year Gold Stars. Gold Stars were contour, very skillful. The passes no good. But Osho Gold Stars are they good in terms of Gold Stars performance. Say, Obon say, Omunya bona, Omutukum, and Eba, Obon say, Kumiba Teno, na Sanon, Omu tall, lanky striker no. Oni be call for the 50-50 balls. Now with Wapim Ama Kumi, and Kumi does the final work for them because our pace, our speed, we didn't want to grow. Na ball ni be Tony nim say. A bad didn't say with me afa because I want day now with me ashego. But then say block Sanona, it becomes difficult for Gold Stars now to play their long balls locating their striker because usually Sebo never flanks are Berima Ban Ewofie is very good, is skillful, but then on making more crosses what Berima Ban does is to create set pieces for Baby Gold Stars, and then if he's going to give a pass or locate a player or you're free from the midfield, and so Berima Ban all the time from this side we want to put a ball on crossing but to be locating a player Ebiawa Banti emphasis a quarter or no be locating right. So the biggest strength of Gold Stars has been the long balls, locating a Sanon, winning the 50-50 balls, Omuye against Swedro Blacks, then Omuye Biom against Heart of Lions. It worked for them. Now Heart of Folk, about 2-3 strategies into the game. First of all, Ombeko with their wing backs. They will try to attack you from the flanks. And they go to Kakari Hussein Hamza Issa and then Subonting Paco George. And look at the men around Hartlepool. A lot of the players. Look at them. And even when Obulusu Bola, Obon say a year Amponsaba because Ombe pressure no more share, and a lot of the crosses will be done. Now Omuyana say Ankoya, now Omu de Mauli Wayo, and so have wings no. Omu de Beka wings no. They are likely to have about 6 players in your half. And that is where the crosses will come in. And it share House of Folk Bekum Chelsea, a corner kick goal, another cross goal. Into what they do is to cross the ball and get you confused. Now, for me to convert the chances, no. Sure. But Goal Stars, biggest strength, their goalkeeper Kobe. Heart of Folk, biggest strength, their goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. And so we are going to see end-to-end action, but the 2 shot stoppers would have the final say in the game. Wow, over to my mistake, no, but to my net. And right. So, a tough fixture.
And the Heart of Folk in young conceded a goal in the Ghana Premier League. They are yet to lose a match. And the Ghana Premier League will Goal Stars be the first team? I'll be breaking Ben Asari ne 5-year game clean sheeter with me I and a better. But a little bit on Swedro All Blast Aircot Takwa or Money Mediama Sporting Club. Just brief, we have barely like 5 minutes now. Wrap it up. Mediama will lose match at home. Clearly, they are making the Takwa TNA as a fortress. Can Swedro All Blacks results?
Swedro All Blacks, what we've seen on the road, difficult for them to even score a goal because at a point normal share against Nations 2-1 and 2-1 against Indiana, but it looks like at a point goals need to be in Babium. And for Mediama Sporting Club, interesting results for them at the TNA Stadium. 16 wins, a total of 2 draws, 3 draws, 1 defeat in 20 matches were venue. 16 wins, 3 draws, 1 defeat. The last draw against Samatex. And I think Silver Blacks are now rebuilding. But then yet too convincing. And maybe a test case against Mediama, but Mediama have the chance to get the win against Silver.
Right. So I saw with Karela Nibechem United briefly. Karela beat me because the last game before last weekend, I'm going to break up Chelsea. A year Aliu Mahama. I'm about a year draw. Would they bounce back against Bechem after the final?
It's a difficult fixture because Bechem Apeki, Augustin Okra, Darwin Yabua, Yimano Laban. These are quick, swift attackers. Omodi going into the game, and I watched Karela Bekum Chelsea. I realized that Bekum Chelsea surging more forwards, a bouncy pressure. No, Emma Karela Dakakra. But this is a game to test Karela because they are one of the sides I may see. But of course, you play against big teams at home. If you're able to pick the results, then we can add you to the top 6. Because now Makacho is a title contenders near 6. If Karela wants to be part, these are fixtures also winning. Almost dropping points against Bechempe, then I would say maybe there will be a mid-table team. It's a difficult one. Bechema pick your pieces. Isabotre, the coach, I feel we need players, Kofi Tompomo midfield. And for Karela, one key player, Zakari Abdullahi. I know Obetimi Juman, but for them to convert their chances because Ivan Sose will soon starting boy. And
that's a weekend or making from the bench.
And then Aminu making a debut for Bechem in their 2-0 victory against Vision FC. Played 10 minutes, and to me assure say as the results keep coming, number one opportunity, a game to watch, but it's still an advantage for Karela. However, Bechem me police surprise if August Nokra any Darwin Yeboah take your chances.
What of Nation? Because Kasemingo will be a Hunia Tono this season. A team last season until the issue of a year in Zima Basakeno, Nanka League in Omoji and Kasa.
Yes.
All of a sudden, even at home, almost struggle.
Almost struggle, but this is a game, a cool chop and Metie Kasemingo. He says this game is undoubtedly a game I will say a far results. No, but I have a problem. My problem is that you've signed Farouk Mohammed. He scored 15 goals last season. He scored 17 goals last season for Hoho United. Wabe can attack us. Who Emmanuel Ano, who Faisal Chawete, who Richard Danso. These are all strikers or back with defensive line and no problem. In fact, a team somewhere a lot of centre backs are nations. Razak Simpson, Samuel Oseko for Oko Gribman, Kwame Boachi from the flanks. You have a lot of them. Anatemu. These are players that Team BRB here on the squad. But why are they not getting the results? Teams have found antidote to Nations FC play, and so when you say if you are not is out of the game, it's a problem. But for 11 Wonders, I'm picking up on pieces. 11 Wonders wants to look like Interallies in the 2020-21 season, where they kept losing fixtures until the second round, but then the harm has already been done. Kotoku Royals in the 2022-23 season, where they keep dashing results until they found their feet in the second round, when it was still not possible for them to return back. And so for 11 Wonders, a game was almost to come, but I doubt 11 Wonders picking a point.
Right.
Maybe they would have to wait until their next home game to prepare. But the game, keenly, why 11 Wonders are struggling. But for Nations FC, a must-win game for them.
Coach, Brekum Chelsea Wenchi Young Apostles after Heart of Folk demolition, that 2-0 defeat to Heart of Folk, or Wenchi. Young Apostles are finding their rhythm. Yeah. Richmond upon is scoring left, right, center. Yeah. It means that Samuel Bodi said was starting your 3 matches, so Lucy, you know, the next 2 matches, so Lucy.
Oh, and yes, yeah, but it's a son of a back.
Okay.
Something can happen. But that's a football game, there's other day. But then that's it, you know, one I'm more free. Now, or can't Gold Stars name.
Heart of Folk, yeah.
So the way Gold Stars floats their ball into the opponents, you know, he asks for counter. What I said.
Yeah.
But say who could we are Obi TV, color TV, Obi Subi. And the British who could we are Obi dead at the count there one. And so to Pumum.
Of course.
I want to Pumum. Oh, we are
no Musu we are.
Slide.
Okay.
It's a way to those who are listening.
Okay.
Say we are coach. That's what I'm telling you. Say one very net faso. Teams like this, don't show one.
No. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Mo, mama, predictions now. You fancy because there were a lot of messages. I say clear. Eddie, every honor. Heart of Lions, Basake.
Heart of Lions win.
Adriana Stars, Adriana FC, Dreams FC.
First round factor, Adriana FC win.
Okay. Heart of Folk, Gold Stars.
Coach of Gold Stars factor, Heart of Folk win.
Oh, okay. Mediama All Blacks.
Straight All Blacks away poor form. It's Mediama win.
Karela United, Bechem United.
Karela United advantage, but a possible draw.
Possible draw. Nation, Samatex, Hoho United.
Samatex win.
Nations 11 Wonders.
Nations FC win.
Young Apostles, Brekum Chelsea.
Straight win, Young Apostles.
Right. I know Mohammed Shaban. Mamika is some of the few messages now for you and check out on the studio. Coach Ewaha, we are making the final word today. Sorry. We from Vincent Doku. Or see, Onia is still the only mosquito in my net. Yabeka so you cry malaria. Yabe Pedro at the account at the amount. Saso and Roda Ahin. Samates lost to Mediama this Sunday. So why are you adding them to the Bipacho Samates or Melu? See, I'm about draw 1-1. So, Francis K. Domekwe, I say I'm watching you from Columbus, Ohio, USA. Okay, thank you very much. Rodain, I say Jay is upon saying Has Crack can go and score Chelsea. Chelsea them. Does he mean Has is a small team to win? Patrick, there being yes and our Patrick. Why? Maybe a word in sanity. I say, please, good evening, Onia. Please, for the sake of security reasons, I would not like to disclose my full name, but I am called Kweku. Hey, Chairman, train Captain Smart, me ba no pa. Na message we wait to me at the amount. Na yede o ma yesa message we a enya de a ye betimi akasa e de afa. Coach, mama tell final word. Now you are entering week 7. One more Beji League ni yehu. When na wo fi so Beji League no this season?
This season league. The way pendulum no kono. What mean try and say team A and not team E Beji League.
Hey coach,
yes, I'm telling you.
Ne house here on to me.
Oh, massa. Fair. Who person what escape relegation?
Yeah.
Ghana League winning first round.
Of course.
Won't get in no second round was wanted out for me. And you can predict say Asimasi and not maintain a Beji League.
Oh, okay.
Then try one prepare on at the Chenemu. They could do second round now from the trial. I'll tell you that this team will win or this team will win.
Right. But briefly, so we should give me live on TV.
Yeah.
APL coverage of the Ghana Premier League.
Fantastic.
You know? Fantastic.
Fantastic. Now, we are close to EPL.
Oh wow. I say ko ditwa wo.
We say share output no share interviews no. We share say coaches ni bana very professional. In the olden days no, so coaches from America no de game edikan. Yeah. So the game say we no play about say the game. But this time no, you don't see say be kakra bia na by mistake no aka. But of course the tactical aspect, of course. Of course that it depends on the questions you ask the person. What I say because there was a time I coach drafts. Now I lose match na journalist baby say coach who lose na here there na. And I'm bisa say wo mama wu a e be wo de. Me bisa say wo mama na wu a.
Ke be wo de.
Wo be wo de. Say be wo ya. What I say? Say question dey bisa me no.
Fantastic.
And you know say no you are very professional. You ask on the dot questions and then the answer. Questions out here, they will tell you. And very plain, they tell you what happens to the game. Fantastic. And you know, fantastic. At least, as a man percentage, my number 96.
Fantastic. Oh, they say we dey pass here. APL Yabo Abaso. I know a coach J.E. Sapona, a veteran coach, a very intelligent man. We money classroom coaches know much study. Our board so we are not rabbi practicals. Our park and so. Mohamed Shaban, as usual, Ghana Football Association statistician and the FM. All the in-depth analysis. Our games no hono. Wait me at the Abba. But here is Solomon Amanka, the Superman. On behalf of the entire production crew, from camera, Echo Sound. Nafe lighting obia wotimi kam ye de dwumedie no eba ye na titru Adesa Production Limited womo na dwumedie esuom na so a ye de esomo nyame ya doma bacho yawada sene ye besan Asia every Thursday 9 to 10 p.m. ye de GPL Fie and at the somo. On that note, I say have a wonderful evening. Ya kramo.
Onuya TV, Onuya TV, Onuya TV.